Operated by Wayne Bratton, a 26-year veteran of Lake Erie fishing, the Holiday provides historical and socioeconomic tours of the Cuyahoga River.
The average Clevelander knows surprisingly little about the river on which the city was built.
Yeah, I lived in Cleveland pretty much all my life. I have no idea about this Cuyahoga River and what it's used for. I've never been on the river, not at one time. It's pretty much on dry land for me.
And what they do know about the Cuyahoga is less than flattering.
I did hear of the Cuyahoga River catching on fire a long time ago, obviously. I heard about it in grade school.
But one Clevelander sees the Cuyahoga River from a much different perspective.
My name is Wayne Bratton, and I operate vessels primarily on the Cuyahoga River. The Cuyahoga River is a very unique river, and it sometimes is a trivia question on some of these game shows because the river runs both south and north. But for about the last 40 miles, it travels in a serpentine fashion, and it look down on it, it looked like a piece of ribbon candy. And then it empties out into the beautiful Lake Erie out here. My first experiences on the Cuyahoga River were in 1953 when I went to sailing on the lake ships. I grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of lake sailors, and it was just sounded interesting to me. One of the kids I grew up with lived across the street from me, went out on a lake ship, and when I was old enough, I said, I'll give that a try, and I kind of fell in love with it. First month we were out sailing, a ship sank ahead of us there, and I don't know, weather was heavy, and ever since then, anything less than a ship sinking is, pretty calm water. I grew up as an ordinary seaman and then just kept on going. Coming at you, here we are, peekaboo.
After years of working through the ranks and becoming a ship captain, Wayne now hosts tours on the river in his own boat, the Holiday.
I've been running this little holiday operation here for the last 26 years, and we have a lot of fun here is what we do. We put all those years of experience and learning together, and here we are today just having fun on the scenic Cuyahoga River. Okay, we're going to get headed downstream here, and we'll put the music on, and we'll enjoy the river. We'll get down and see some things. The reason the city is here is because this river provides an opportunity to bring bulk cargo in here at the most economical rates you can possibly get, and it also provided a source for discharging of waste, in that whatever you didn't need just went in the river and just went away. We had a lot of paint companies. I believe Cleveland was the paint capital of the world at one time, and if a batch of paint went bad, it'd just go in the river. And the river might be any color you want. It might be pink, green, yellow, blue, or purple, depending on what bad that. But that was all legal then. There wasn't any problem with that. And it bubbled like a cauldron because the things were all boiling and working down there. And it had a very unique smell. You knew where you were when you were on the Cuyahoga River. I mean, if you woke up in the middle of the night, you'd know you were here. I'm finishing up 55 years here on this river. Next year will be 56 years. So I've seen it good, bad, and ugly. We've now reached the portion of the Cuyahoga River, the site of the infamous fire of June 22nd, 1969. There had historically been fires on the river just because of its industrial nature. The fire of June 22nd, 1969 was really not a big fire at all. It was just another day on the river. And while the fire was promptly extinguished with minimum damage, it ignited the environmental movement. And when people hear about rivers that burn, it just mushroomed right into the Federal Water Pollution Control Act of 1970 and amended in 72. So that's where it all started. That was the Clean Water Act. It started right here in Cleveland. So the river today is cleaned up because of that. Now, today we're another step beyond cleaning up the river. We have racing shells on this river today. We have recreational boating on this river today. We didn't have that. So, is it improving? It's fine. Is it perfect? No. But it's not black. It's not bubbling. It does not have an unpleasant smell. We've managed to find our way back to our dock, but I again want to take this opportunity to thank you for being with us today, and we hope you'll think of us again. Cleveland received some bad publicity, but what I find that the people that talk down about Cleveland are either the people that have never been here or the people that have never left to see and compare what else is out there. I've lived in Cleveland all my life, and being a seaman, I've traveled, and I see other things. I always come home to Cleveland.